Hello, YouTube. What is up, my lovelies? What is up, digital peeps at YouTube? It is I, mkgtweety. You can see me? Yay! It's quite sunny out here, so I'm going to keep my sunners on during the video because it's literally sunny, but if it gets shady like it is now, then I think we'll keep them off for a minute. But if it starts to get sunny again, I'm going to put my sunners back on. I have to tell you a little history behind this particular, what we're going to be making today, which is called puzzle picture frame. This is the craft that we will be making, and I got to tell you a little bit of a history behind it, because it just, yeah, it's going to get sunny again, so I'm going to put myself. So, I had made a video for this craft back in April of 2020. And we also have this. This is everything you're going to need in this bag. And when it was like, okay, we can come up with a craft during the pandemic, keep the kids busy. I come from a child care background. I took 4 years of vocational child care. I love children in general all my life. I always thought, you know, my dream job would be to be a preschool teacher. I know that doesn't sound like, but I love teaching preschool. But I thought, you know, since I took vocational child care the 4 years we were there, we had a community preschool that was there. We would call what we call a laboratory school, which is where you have people that bring their children in free of charge, and we as the students it gets us our hands-on experience. So that's how I'm trained in preschool. And the craft that we're going to be making today, this lovely puzzle picture frame, was actually featured on a Girl Scout project I had made. I was a Gold and Silver Award recipient of Girl Scouting. I started when I was in Brownies in 1st grade until I graduated high school. My Gold Award projects I did in 2002 when I graduated high school. The year I graduated, which is spring of 2002. I did a readiness booklet for children who are going to kindergarten for our community preschool at the high school. We're like a school within a school, basically. And I noticed that a lot of our children weren't getting caught up in their readiness things for preschool, and so I decided to make a booklet of all kind of things you could do. And the Girl Scouts loved it. They said it was nice and professional looking, and I did the best job. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into both my projects, by the way. And then my Silver Award, this was back in 98. Like fall of 97, beginning of 98. And I was in 8th grade at the time. And we have craft badges, or this was back then. Brownies and juniors, they had a couple craft badges back in the day. I'm assuming we still have them now, but I've been out of Scouts for so long that I don't know all the badges now. And one of the things that the Girl Scout office, and I'm thinking, well, what am I going to do? And I just kind of come up with this craft video for the Brownies and Juniors of Southwestern Pennsylvania. It was like the greatest thing. And I remember the crafts, like some of the crafts, like the ones that were for Brownies, the ones that were for Juniors. So I can't remember if this specific craft was for Brownies or for Juniors. I can't remember. So please forgive me with that because it's been so long. And they had at the head offices of Pittsburgh. This would be the offices for around the different cities of Pittsburgh. I live 30 minutes outside of Pittsburgh. I swear you don't need to know. But one of, so like when you're getting Gold or Silver Award, this is like who you have to impress the people who work at the Girl Scout offices of Pittsburgh, basically. That's who decides who gets projects approved, because you have to get approved for your Gold Award. Not so much your Silver But your gold and they've totally changed how you do all that now. So, and they had a lending library down in the Pittsburgh offices of Girl Scouts. And they would use that so that when you needed material for badges and stuff, you could have it. And I thought, well, that's great. Once I learned that, I thought, well, my video is going to be perfect. So, so we made the video in 2020, and I uploaded it to YouTube, but I never published it. I had it on private for like about 4 years now. Rewatched the video back like last night or this morning. What is this? July 6th of 2024, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what was I saying? I was talking too much in it. I rambled on about some things in my family that are no longer relevant and all that kind of stuff. So I just thought, well, okay, we're going to hurt and redo this. Now, and I also started typing up step-by-step instructions. Sorry, that was a couple of flies. In here, we're outside, so there's going to be birds chirping. There's going to be wind chimes going off, cars whizzing by, so please forgive me, breeze happening. Please forgive me for all that. I started making step-by-step instructions for Tumblr, because I thought, well, okay, we'll put step-by-step instructions on Tumblr. People can print them out, they can do whatever. In those instructions for Tumblr that I started typing, I'm finishing, I just posted them onto Tumblr, so if you want to check them out, show them some love, I'll put a link to it in the description box below and you can make your own. There's a picture in there that if it starts to look like the photo in there, you know you're doing the craft right. In the step-by-step instructions, I show you pieces, and I tell you to use 16 small puzzle pieces. If your puzzle pieces are small, like instructed in the instructions on Tumblr, use 16 puzzle pieces. If they are big, like this size, this is what we're going to be using today, use 12. Okay, so if they're small, 16. If it's big like this, use 12. Preferably 16, it gives more interest to your puzzle. So I would prefer that you use 16, not 12. But if this is the size you have, then go ahead, use 12. Okay, this is the puzzle that we're working with. So I know, and it came with cookies underneath them. I got it from as a Christmas present. I'm not into puzzles. I like it on an app. When you do them on an app, but so I'm going to show you everything you're going to need for this, and then you're going to need, pull this out, 8 popsicle sticks, normal, average, everyday popsicle sticks. You probably have all this stuff in your house, but like I said, you know, you can go to Michael's, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Amazon and get everything you need here. So it's going to be 8 popsicle sticks. Now, if you're going to do this craft old school meaning you're going to use Elmer's glue, this type of liquid glue. You have to let it dry after every step before you move on to the next step, because otherwise you're going to mess up the project. So if you're going to go old school, okay, you have to let it dry with Elmer's, okay? Now, for the purposes of this craft and to make it go faster, and if you want to do it faster with your children, we're going to use hot glue. Now, I cannot stress this enough about hot glue. Make sure that your children are supervised. We don't want burnt fingers. We're not looking to get burnt around here. If children are not supervised during this project, things can get a little dangerous. So we'd like adult supervision on this project. Okay, so just keep that in mind when using hot glue around the younger kids. If they're old, if they're like 16 and want to make this, they can do this by themselves. But if we're talking, say like 12 and under, please, I cannot stress, supervision when using hot glue. Okay? Now, if you're going to go old school glitter, meaning you're going to take this, you're going to put a bead, and then you dump out glitter, and then you shake it. That creates a couple of issues. A, it gets glitter everywhere. Mom's not going to be too happy. And B, it's just not going to, it's just an old school method. And it just doesn't, you know, It's just we want to keep Mom happy. We don't want glitter going everywhere and all this kind of stuff. So we're going to use glitter glue for this project. The glitter that you use doesn't matter what color. You can use silver. You can use red, blue, yellow, green, orange, purple, black, brown, white, pink, gray. Does not matter what you use as long as it's a color that you want to use. You can do something that matches the thing. If you have a puzzle that has a couple pieces missing, this is the perfect craft for it, by the way. So, don't use really, really huge, like 100 big pieces. You have to use these small pieces. And then you might have my bag of pieces. So you could put this in, the popsicle sticks, and then instructions on how to make this, along with what they'll need, like glue or hot glue, that kind of stuff. Okay? Alright, we're going to do the craft now. We're going to take 2 popsicle sticks, and we're going to glue them together. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bead of glue down here in the center. Remember, when working with children, we want supervision. Ow, that's not what we want, digital peeps. Ow, it's really hot. I think the wind just kind of... I'm sorry, we're okay. Just a little... That's all. This is why it has to be super... Okay, and then we're going to take... We're going to glue them together. I'm okay, really. See, I'm fine. It's just a little red mark. We're fine. But that's what we mean about hot glue. Sometimes hot glues can be really, really, really hot. So that's why the wind just came and blew it into my hand. So we're fine. We're okay. Alright. So. And make sure you put something down on your work surface, because we want the area clean. Keeps Mom happy as well. So you're going to do this, and it's going to look like this. And you're going to do that for all the other popsicle sticks. If you're using Elmer's glue, this stuff, if you're using the liquid glue, make sure you let them dry thoroughly before moving on to the next step. Okay? Then the next step would be you're going to put glue. See how I have glue right there? Okay. Alright, and you're going to glue this. Now, if you got kids, make sure they tap real lightly around the glue, because we don't want burnt fingers, like I said. Okay? So if you have like there's a glue mats now that you can get, or you can just put down a, for the sill pads for the glue. It'll peel right up. And then you're going to do this. So this is the start of your frame. This is what your frame will look like after. So you take the 2, you glue them together, let all those dry if you're using the Elmer stuff. But if you're using hot glue, you just put them all together. Then you go put glue here, 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 and here, till you get this frame. Okay, so like this. But there it is. Done. See, like that? Okay. See, I'm fine, digital peeps. Okay. Now, if you're, like I said, if you're using Elmer's, you have to let it dry completely before you move on to the next step. You just have to. Because if you don't, it's going to move around and you're not going to have a nice product. Okay. Now we're going to be ready. Now, if you're using hot glue, we'll just go on to the next step. Now, something cute that I thought would, if you had a corner piece and you put it in the corner, how about that? I know. So what we're going to do is we're going to, now, something to mention, if you're going to add magnets are an optional thing. Okay, so you put 2 of them together, and you could put them like this. Make sure they're heavy, because otherwise your craft's going to slide down. So you could put them on all 4 sides, or you could put them, like you could put one here or here, but, you just glue them. See how I have white, okay? So you need at least 2 to kind of, it fell. Where'd that go? Oh, wow, it fell into the grass, little peeps. I'll find it later after when we're done. Hey, it happens sometimes. It happens. But just keep that in mind about the, if you want to, magnets are optional. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our puzzle pieces. Now, like I said, if you're using this size, you need 12. If you're using smaller, use 16. 16 is going to be your best bet. And we're going to take glue. Put it right here. A little dab in the center. Remember, supervise with the hot glue. Okay, it goes right in the center. See, like that? Okay. Press in a little bit. Now, you want to put them like all kind of different ways like I have here, because it makes the frame visually more interesting. So you're going to do that. Put all your puzzle pieces on the frame. So then you got a frame that looks like this. See how all the puzzle pieces are on there? And that's what you have. Like I said, use small ones. 16 is preferred. But if all you have is the big stuff, use 12. Okay, so we started off with this. Glued them. We let those dry using Elmer's. Hot glue, moved on right away, and we made a frame. Then we glued on our puzzle pieces like this. Now we're going to get ready for the fun part. So once you have your puzzle pieces glued, we're going to shut off our hot glue. We're not going to need it anymore for this step. So we're not going to need it anymore for the craft. Okay. If you are using this stuff and Shaker Top glue, which is fine, but that's going to be a little messy for your project. And we want to keep Mom happy and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to use glitter glue. And what you're going to do is, now, if you're going to do the old school method, if you put your puzzle pieces on using this, make sure it's dried thoroughly before you do the glitter part, because otherwise your puzzle pieces are going to fall off. You're going to take his glue. In the center, you're going to put a bead of glue all around here. If you're going to use this, go in the old school. Okay, if you're going to do glitter glue, all you're just going to do is you're going to take your nozzle, okay, and you're going to put a bead of glitter glue, see, just like that. I have it like this. See how I have it like all around here? So like, right. Now, if you're using this, like I said, you put the glue down, shake your glitter, tap it off, and then let it dry. And then all you have to do when you put the glue on is you just let it dry. Now, can you use hot glue and glitter together? Yeah, but your hot glue is going to dry down real fast. So that's why, if all you have is just this, like, say, oh, I want to do hot glue for the main part of the craft, but I have glitter, but I don't have glitter glue. You can certainly just take a bead of Elmer's and, right, if that's all you have. Okay? And then, once you let it dry, it should look like this. This is the frame. There's the back of your frame. That's what the back will look like. So it'll just be, you have two glued, two glued, two glued, two glued. Okay, then you have glue here, glue here, glue here, glue here. So it's a nice strong frame that you have. And you glue your puzzle pieces on, just like this. And you put your glitter glue down, and then you just let it dry. Okay, so it'll take longer if you're using the Elmer's, but if not, there we go. If you're going to do like a puzzle kit or a craft kit, like you can get the glue dots from what's Oriental Trading Company. Just put the puzzle pieces in there, put your popsicle sticks in, put some directions in. If you want step by step, it'll be in there. And that's going to be it for the craft digital people. What do you think? Isn't this kind of cute? Yeah. Now you can put a picture in here at this point. So you would just cut a picture to fit. Or you can just hang it up on the kitchen, make it a magnet. You can hang it just like this if you wanted to. But yeah, but if you wanted to throw a picture in there, well, this is how you make a puzzle picture frame. Yay! How cool is that, Digital Peeps? I thank you for watching this craft. I think it's cooled down enough to where I could take off my centers now. If you want to follow me on my socials, they're linked in the description box below. I have a Pinterest, Tumblr, Wattpad, Twitter, and Instagram under the moniker mkgtweety. That's one word, small letters. And if you want to follow me here at YouTube, it's at mkgtweety. So it's mkgtweety, one word, small letters, space, Tweety, as in Tweety Bird. So if you want to follow me here, you can hit the subscribe button if you really, 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 really like it. All you have to do is hit the thumbs up button. That really helps. My second channel, if you want, which is my vlogging channel, which is at Instagram, which is at mkgtweety. I posted this week's vlog, and it's up there as of making this video. I posted it yesterday. Yeah, I posted it Friday, because today's Saturday. Yeah. Friday on the 5th, so I talk about what I did for the 4th, things I'm watching on Netflix, how my mom's doing this week, and all this kind of stuff. I talked about my 3-month health journey here on YouTube. So if you just go back to the videos before these, and you'll find out everything you want to know, because I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and we're chronicling the journey everywhere, so that we can show people that you can be diagnosed with something, but it doesn't have to ruin your life. And you can make smart, healthy choices, and you can keep your blood sugar still healthy and all this kind of stuff. I thank you for watching. I thank you very, very much. I'll see you later, Digital Peeps. Bye, love and lippy. Bye. Mwah.